Namaste. Hi there, it's me, Stacey Lei, and of course, I'm here with Miss Foxy Brown. Welcome to yoga. Thank you for joining me. Today's theme is trust. Our mantra is, I choose to trust my inner voice. I believe in me. We've got a nice, empowering mantra to bring us through this class today, and we're going to need it. Because today we'll be practicing some traditional yogic balance exercises. So you'll really need to trust in yourself. It's going to be a great session. If you have any concerns about your balance, you should have a high back chair in your space so that you can lean on it if you start to wobble. Another option is just stay close to a wall. So if you start to sway, you've got something to grab onto. Okay? That's the only piece of equipment that you'll need for today other than your mat. So if you're ready to get started, join me right in the center of your space. Start with your feet hip distance apart. Place your left hand on your heart and your right hand on top of that. Let's take a moment to shift from your busy world out there to the quiet space in here with me. Congratulations, you showed up. The next 29 minutes belongs to you. You should be very proud of yourself. Inhale, exhale. Let's practice our mantra. Repeat each phrase after me, either in your mind or you can say it out loud. I choose to trust my inner voice. I believe in me. One more time. I choose to trust my inner voice. I believe in me. I think this mantra is going to help us stay balanced today. Relax your arms by your sides, shake your hands out, roll your shoulders up and back, and now interlace your fingers at your lower back. You could see me in the side mirror, right? If you're ever not sure of what I'm doing, if you can't see my hands or some other body part, you can just look at my reflection and you can see my whole body there. So interlacing your fingers, resting your arms down on your lower back or on your butt. And now draw your shoulders back. You'll feel a gentle stretch in your neck as you look down at your toes. Lift your 10 toes up and then lower them back down. Lift and lower a few more times, up and down, up and down. Now lift your toes up and hold them up and spread your toes as wide as you can. Widening your base of support can give you better balance. So we're going to start widening our base of support with our toes. Make your toes as wide as you can. Create space in between each one of your toes. They might be getting a little bit tired already. Relax your toes down. We don't ask our toes to work very often, do we? Lift your toes up, please. Spread them out very wide. Now place them down on the ground and suction cup your mat with your toes. Now this is important. If you're looking at your toes, you should be able to see your toenails. If they've disappeared, that means that you've curled your toes under, like a claw on a bird, and you're not a bird. Let's relax your toes. Let's try it again. So we want to create like little monkey toes. Lift your toes up, spread them out very wide, place them down, and then grab on. Suction cup the ground. Hold on to your mat with your feet. You can almost imagine that you have roots growing out of your feet. Roots that will help to keep you stable and grounded and secure. We'll be using these smart toes today throughout class. Now relax your arms by your sides. Please engage your thighs and engage your glutes and engage your core. Bring your thumbs to your shoulders and reach up overhead. You can see right there in the reflection that my arms are straight, my fingers are wide, my thumbs are pointed back. This is the mountain pose. Now bring your hands together and sway to the right and to the left. Sway right and sway left. Enjoy the sensation of swaying like a tree in the breeze. In yoga, this is called the palm tree. Come back into the center, please, and separate your arms. And now bend your elbows and make the shape of a cactus plant, elbows wide. You can roll your shoulders back a few times. That feels so good. Now hold this one back. Lift your palms up just a little bit. Press your thumbs back behind you and tilt your chin up. When I say cactus arms today, you'll know exactly what I mean. Inhale, reach up, the mountain pose. Now bend your knees and hinge yourself forward, placing your hands on your thighs. So hinge forward and rest on your thighs. Now straighten your legs. Now bend your legs and stand up tall. Let's repeat that series. Inhale, reach up, mountain pose. Palm tree right and left. Mountain pose. Cactus arms. Reach up high, mountain. Hinge forward. Stand tall. Again, mountain pose. Palm tree right and left. Mountain pose. Cactus arms. Mountain pose. Hinge forward. Stand tall. Now follow me through those movements. I'm going to add our mantra. I choose to trust my inner voice. I believe in me. Again, I choose to trust my inner voice. I believe in me. One more time. I choose to trust my inner voice. I believe in me. Bring your hands together to prayer position. Take a deep breath in. A long exhale. This posture is called Samasti Tehi, standing at attention for myself. Relax your arms and start to pedal one heel and the other heel. If you feel that your feet were just working really hard during that series, good for you. That means you're exercising your feet. All right, now let's start to move into some traditional balance postures. The first one is a 2-foot posture, so it will be a little bit more comfortable, okay? Bring your feet together, squeeze your knees together, and imagine, even though you're using 2 feet, imagine that you only have one leg, okay? So everything is squeezing together. Work as one. Bring your hands to your heart, please, and lift your elbows up high. Now press your palms into one another. In fact, I'd like you to think about your entire center line, from your ankles to your knees, squeezing through your inner thighs. Think of the center of your body and then pressing through your palms. Okay, so when I say center line, you'll know exactly what I mean. Sit down low into chair pose. Scoot your butt way back behind you. Keep your abdominals engaged. Lengthen from the crown of your head out through your tailbone. Keep your knees pointed towards me and twist your shoulders and your elbows to the left side of the room. Of course, this will challenge your balance a little bit. Inhale, exhale. Return back to me and stand up tall. Now keep your hands right where they are. Lift your right heel. You can keep your heel lifted and close to the ground with your toes on the ground, or you could slide your foot up and press it into your lower leg. So now we're balancing on just one foot. You can stay right here if you'd like. If you're wobbling a little bit too much, you can place your hand on the chair or on the wall, right? But only if you need to. If you would like to challenge yourself a little bit more, then twist your body just like we did before. You could twist to your right. Maybe you're still keeping your toe on the ground. That's perfect. Return back into the center. Lower your heel and leave that behind you. So let's practice those arms, okay? You can slide your arms right down and go, just leave it in the past. That's what we have to do when we lose our balance, right? Sometimes we all lose our balance sometimes, right? We just have to say, okay, I'm gonna let that one go and try again. You ready? Let's get into another 2-foot balance posture. Bring your feet together. Squeeze your ankle bones, your knees, and your inner thighs. Take everything into the center. That's where all your power is. Bring your hands to your heart. Elbows up nice and high and press your palms together. Sit down into low chair. You're just building strength, holding yourself here. Let's challenge our balance by twisting to the left. So keep your knees pointed towards me and turn your shoulders and your elbows. And take a deep breath in and a long exhale. Return back to me, please. Stand up. Sweep your arms down. Let it go. All right. Now single leg balance. So this time, lift your left heel. Okay, so from the side, I'm just lifting my heel and keeping my toes on the floor. Okay, you're welcome to stay right there. You're already in the posture. And then bring your hands to your heart and lift your elbows. Now, if you'd like to challenge yourself a little bit more, you can bring your foot to your lower leg. So with your foot up or down, let's begin a nice, slow, controlled twist. Inhale. Exhale. Return back to me. Lower your foot. Sweep your arms down. Let it go. Okay. 3 sun salutations. I'll talk you through the first one and then I'll add our mantra. Mountain pose. Palm tree right and left. Mountain pose. Cactus arms. Mountain pose. Hinge forward. Stand tall. Again. I choose to trust my inner voice. I believe in me. One more time. I choose to trust my inner voice. I believe in me. Deep breath in. A long exhale. Okay, now let's keep practicing our balance exercises. We'll start with our feet wide. And why don't we start with our hands on our hips? Take your right foot and cross it over your left ankle. Okay, so this is one option. Another option is to bend your knees a little bit and slide your foot onto your thigh. So we're practicing the figure 4 exercise. And this is also a wonderful stretch for your glutes. Also a very challenging balance exercise. If you'd like to, you can lean forward slightly, sit your butt back into chair pose. You could keep your hands in front of you or one hand on a chair. You could bring your hands to your heart or take your arms out in front of you to help you counterbalance. Inhale, exhale. Now stand up. Uncross your leg and lower it down. Let it go right behind you. Pedal out through your feet. Okay, now that we've practiced some turnout in our hip, let's continue with that. I'd like you to lift your right heel just like you did before, but this time turn your knee out. Okay, and then lift up in your left hip so that you're not sinking. Right? Try that, see the difference. You could see it on me, you could feel it in yourself. You could sink and then lift. Can you feel the difference? Stay lifted. Now engage those smart toes. And here you are in baby tree. If you'd like more of a challenge, then lift your foot to your lower leg. Now press your arms out wide to the side. Flip your palms. Sweep all the way up overhead and down to your heart. Do that one more time. Press. Flip your hands. Sweep your arms. Hands to heart. Turn your knee towards me. Relax down and let it go. Shake it out. Just let it go behind you. In yoga, we could be serious, but we could have a little fun too, right? Okay. So let's try it on the other side. Now you'll shift your weight into your right leg. Lift your toes, spread them wide, place them down on the ground, and suction cup the ground. Okay, create your roots. Trust your feet. Your left foot crosses over and turn your knee out. And there you are in the posture. Choose a hand placement that feels best for you. Now, if you're going to take this further, come with me. Slide your foot up onto your thigh, and then you'll sit back into chair. And maybe you're holding on to a high back chair or the wall. But just be aware of where you feel this. You should be feeling a nice stretch in your left butt cheek. You might be feeling some wobbling in your right foot, and that's okay. We all wobble sometimes. This is an important posture to practice because this is how we wash our feet, right? And put on our socks and take off our shoes. So mastering this particular posture will really benefit you moving forward. Okay, stand up, uncross your leg, and now let it go. All right, now it's time for tree pose. So fold your left foot and ground down with your right foot. Create your roots. Engage your seat, engage your core, and turn your left knee out. Now, if you choose to keep your toe on the ground, then press your heel into your ankle. This way you're connected in the center. Okay, if you'd like to take this further, you'll slide your foot up. And be sure to keep your foot below your knee or above your knee, just not on your knee. Okay? Let's add on some arms. Press your hands away. Flip your palms up. Reach all the way up overhead and down. Do that again. I choose to trust my inner voice. Let's do that again. One more time. I choose to trust my inner voice. Slide your foot down, turn your foot forward, and relax. Let it go. Of course, if you choose to trust your inner voice, you need to keep that voice positive, right? Your inner voice has got to say, you've got this. Okay, let's practice our sun salutation again, 3 rounds. Here we go. I choose to trust my inner voice. I believe in me. Again, I choose to trust my inner voice. I believe in me. One more time. I choose to trust my inner voice. I believe in me. A deep breath in. So we practiced some static balance postures. Now let's move a little bit. So we've got a little bit of flowing balance. We're going to put your balance to the test. Take your feet apart wide, point your toes to the corners of the room. Now do your best to get your knees pointed in the same direction as your toes, and then sink your seat or your butt down. You'll feel an opening in your inner thighs. I'd like you to keep your shoulders drawn back. A deep breath in, a long exhale. This is the goddess pose. Very regal. Place your hands on your thighs, hinge forward slightly. Let's lunge from the right side to the left side. So take this time to stretch out your inner thigh. Left leg straight, right leg straight, left leg straight, right leg straight. Hold to your right side this time. Hinge your body upright and lift your left heel so that you can pivot. Now give yourself a moment to find your balance in this split leg posture. Your legs are wide, your back heel is up. Curl your tailbone under just a little bit. So this way you can stack your shoulder above your hip and then bend your back leg. So this is our high lunge. Bring your hands together at your heart and now lift your arms overhead. Just like our palm tree before, lean to the right and hold here. You should feel a tremendous stretch from your fingertips down to your hip. Reach back up to the center, slide your hands down to your heart, lift your elbows high, and maintain your balance, and this time twist to your right. So turn your shoulders towards the back, really increasing your twisting flexibility in this class today. Come back into the center. And now you'll pivot your back foot to warrior feet. And that means that your back foot, your toes are pointed towards me. Your front foot, your toes are pointed to the side of the room. Now when you turned your foot, you might have felt your torso pull back to your front, but let's twist and twist so that both shoulders are pointed over your front knee. You reach your arms up overhead. This is the warrior one. Do your best to turn your shoulders in the same direction as your front leg and press your back foot down. You should feel nice and grounded here. Now split your arms and open up to the warrior two. To enhance your balance, think about this. Your feet shouldn't move, but you should energetically pull your feet together. So just imagine that you're dragging your feet towards one another. Do you notice how that enhances your balance? Helps you to trust your feet a little bit more, right? Now your back hand comes to your back thigh and lift your front arm up. And now to challenge your balance, look up at your hand, point your thumb back behind you, and then stretch back a little bit further if you can. Deep breath. Nice long exhale. Okay, return to the warrior two and keep your eyes on your front hand. Bring your hands together at your heart. Pivot both feet and sit down low into the goddess. Now, bring your hands to your thighs, hinge forward a little bit, and let's lunge side to side again. Once you feel comfortable repeating this exercise, then we'll challenge your balance in a new and different way. Close your eyes. Notice how that feels. We all know that when the lights are turned off, it's sometimes challenging to find our balance in the dark, right? So this is a fun and safe way to practice. Okay, you can open your eyes. Did you trust your feet? Let's hold over on the left side. Hold over on your left side. Hinge your body up. Lift your heel and pivot to a high lunge. Okay, so your back heel is up. Draw your shoulders over your hips. And now sit down. Reach your arms up. And stretch over to your left side, just like we do with palm tree. Stretching from your finger down to your hip. Deep breath in and a long exhale. Reach your arms up to the center and bring your hands down to your heart, elbows high, and twist towards the back. And return to the center. Pivot your back foot so that your back toes are pointed towards me. Your front toes are pointed towards the side of the room. And then twist your shoulders so that they're in the same direction as your front knee. Elbows high. And now the warrior one, you'll reach both arms up over your head. Really stretch. Check in with yourself and turn both shoulders in the same direction as your front knee. How are you feeling in this split-legged balance exercise? See if you can make one small adjustment so that you can trust yourself a little bit more. Now open up your arms wide, the warrior two. One of my favorite adjustments is pulling my feet energetically together. Your back hand comes down on your back thigh, and now lift your front arm up. This is the peaceful warrior. So your fingers should be very wide, and you're pressing your thumb back. Look up at your fingertips and see if you can stretch back a little bit further. Trust your feet. Trust your balance, trust your inner voice. You should feel powerful here. And then return to the warrior two. Warriors always have to trust themselves. Deep breath in and a long exhale. Turn towards me, bring your hands to your heart. Sit down low, goddess pose. And now stand up tall. You can sweep your arms down. Okay, hands to your hips. Let's take your feet together so that you're standing in the center of your mat. Let's close our session with 3 sun salutations now that you know it so well. I choose to trust my inner voice. I believe in me. Again, I choose to trust my inner voice. I believe in me. Last time. I choose to trust my inner voice. I believe in me. Please step your feet apart wide. And let's close our session the same way we started, with a little bit of dedicated time for yourself. Place your left hand on your heart and your right hand on top of that. And now close your eyes. Do you notice how your heart is thumping? It's thumping stronger than it was before, isn't it? You've raised your vibration. Say to yourself, self, I'm so proud of you for showing up today. You moved your body, you used your breath. You repeated a mantra that helped you to trust yourself even more. You're a slightly different person than you were just 30 minutes ago, and you are moving in the right direction. Please blink your eyes open. I hope you had a good experience with me. It was an honor and privilege to be your guide, and I look forward to guiding you the next time you're on your mat. Until then, it's me, Stacey Lei, signing off. Stay happy, stay healthy, and stay vibrant.